call the meeting to order at whatever time it is.
Can you hear? Yeah, something's wrong. Oh, now it's on.
I'm calling the meeting to order. Yes? Okay. And I'd like to ask Mrs. Schwarzkopf to lead us in the pledge because of all the work she does for this, to make this night a success, and she does it every year.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So I'm going to turn the meeting over to Dr. Grenier.
Okay. Well, we're going to do a little bit different order tonight because some of our teachers have another event, but I know they certainly wanted to attend this one. So I think what we're going to do is in alphabetical order by school. I'm going to ask Mr. Danner, if he is here, if he would come up and read a citation for a very distinguished teacher who has been selected for Teacher of the Year for Charles Barnum School. Mr. Danner.
It's on? Okay, thank you. Mrs. Jennifer Herron is well deserving of the recognition given to her by her peers as Dr. Charles Barnum's Teacher of the Year. Jen has earned the respect of her colleagues due to the outstanding job she does in all areas in the building and beyond. Mrs. Herron is a standout in our profession. She is a team player that is an invaluable resource for her peers, administrators, parents, and most important, her students. She makes it a priority to help others and does so with an innate spirit of enthusiasm and drive. As a special education teacher, Jen realizes that once students feel connected, they become involved in their learning and are able to extend their confidence to all aspects of their life. This connection is central to her creativity, innovation, flexibility, and communication both in the classroom and throughout the building. Jen's hands-on approach to teaching and learning is designed to maximize student engagement and differentiation. Her high personal expectations are transcended to her students, guiding each child to their highest potential. Most importantly, Jen is a reflective teacher who supports change, professionalism, and collaboration. As a certified Life is Good playmaker, she goodifies her
Excuse me.
Okay, it's true. She goodifies her resource room, making her students' emotional health as important as their academic achievement. She can often be seen having lunch with her students or sharing a homemade treat with them. Jen is also an advisor for Charles Barnum's Anchored for Life program. In this role, Jen is committed to providing direct ongoing support to transitioning youth in our school community. As an active member of the Safe School Climate Committee, she works above and beyond, ensuring all students are recognized monthly for demonstrating the six pillars of character. Jen is someone who leads by example. She not only teaches her children about the pillars, but she models trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship in her daily life. Her hard work, dedication, and professionalism have made Mrs. Herron a role model for all. We are very fortunate and proud to have Mrs. Jennifer Herron as Dr. Charles Barnum's Teacher of the Year, and we couldn't be more proud of Jen.
And now, if Ms. Giordano would come up and present the Claude Chester Award.
So Claude Chester is proud, honored, and thrilled that Emily Calkins has been recognized as the school's Teacher of the Year. Emily Calkins is a compassionate, caring, collaborative teacher who creates a nurturing, respectful climate in her classroom. She greets every student every morning with a smile, a joke, a song, and a booming "Good morning," making her classroom one of the most inviting and comfortable places to be. She tirelessly dedicates herself to making sure her students' basic needs are being met. If a student is without a backpack, a lunch, a snack, a coat, she goes to great lengths to provide these to remove any barriers that might prevent a learner from reaching their full potential. Emily is an out-of-the-box thinker. Her room is a colorful explosion of personality and shows her commitment to the learning process for each student. One year, she brought in laundry baskets to make cozy sitting areas for her students during independent reading time in order to further engage them. She creates songs, displays dynamic visuals, designs learning games, incorporates team-building activities, all to help meet every one of her students' learning styles and to help build a cohesive community. Emily's committed, vibrant personality is felt throughout the entire school community on a daily basis. Emily's can-do attitude is contagious. She co-hosts school-wide bingos, prepares fun little ditties for the cultural committee when helping to organize donation drives, plans exciting staff events on the Sunshine Committee, and brainstorms original ideas to accompany the chosen book as part of the One Book, One Read Committee. Thank you, Emily, for all that you do to make Clodchester School an amazing, positive place to be. Congratulations.
Who has the plaque? Somebody has the plaque. Rochester School? Good job. And now, Mrs. Dauphiné, principal of Catherine Konowski School.
When you look up the word kind in the dictionary, it says having or showing benevolence, the desire to help others for benefit, not profit. Lee Salmons is the definition of kindness. When asked to talk about Lee, colleagues use the words warm, understanding, enthusiastic, caring, creative, funny, and generous. But by far, the most common descriptor is kind. Lee is kindness personified. Catherine Kolnaski STEAM Magnet School is honored to have Lee Salmons represent our school as CK's Teacher of the Year. Lee is a leader in our school community, her church, and our town. She brings a strong sense of kindness and community spirit to CK. She works tirelessly, not only to care for our children in her classroom, but also to take care of the staff and the Groton community. She teaches her students the academic skills they need, but also teaches and models for them what it means to have strong character and to be someone who can make a difference in the community. She never gives up on anyone and inspires students to want to do their best. Everything she does, from the little things like unlocking doors for people when she gets to school first, to the big things, like organizing events both inside and outside of school to support those in need, are done with her attitude of gratitude. She reaches beyond the walls of the classroom to form relationships with parents in the community. She always has everyone's best interest at heart. Lee is not only an exceptional educator, but she's an exceptional human being. Lee is first and foremost a great mom and family member. She is great at time management, although I'm pretty sure she has some kind of time turner that gives her 36 hours in her day, and makes the most of her hours by supporting her family, their friends, her friends, church, school, community, and strangers who might need her help. She lives a life of service, a trait passed on to her from her mother and father. There are no empty words with Lee. When she says something, she not only means it, but she lives it. She is all heart and cares deeply for everyone she comes in contact with in her school and community, always looking for a way to brighten up someone's day. She inspires me, and I'm confident in saying she inspires many of us to be a better person each day through her example. Lee, CK is truly blessed to have you in our family.
And Mrs. Miner, if you would join us, please. Principal of Mary Marston School.
Jackie Reggae
has been an outstanding member of the Mary Morrison staff for the past 4 years. Her kind, patient way with students allows her to reach all of the children she works with. The students in her room know that she cares for them, believes in them, and will do whatever it takes to ensure their success. If you walk into her classroom, you'll see Jackie integrating a variety of subjects into every activity. She engages her students with hands-on learning, and her own love of learning inspires her first graders. She also finds a way to connect with each one of her students. Jackie is also seen as a teacher leader by all at Mary Morrison. She is an incredible teammate who always supports her fellow staff members. She maximizes support for her students by collaborating with her colleagues and helping to build our school's professional learning community. Her ultimate goal is to make our school a place for all students to be successful and happy. To that end, she contributes to many school committees, including the Math Committee and, of course, the Sunshine Committee. Jackie approaches every situation, from the most challenging to the most fun, with a smile on her face and a positive attitude. She believes in each of her students and sets the highest of expectations. The faculty and staff were delighted to nominate Jackie, and she, in turn, is so proud to be nominated by her colleagues as our Teacher of the Year. Jackie is an outstanding Mary Morrison teacher, and we feel lucky to work with someone who creates such a positive learning environment for her students and works so collaboratively with both parents and colleagues to make our school the best it can be. Thank you, Jackie Reggae.
Mr. Esposito? Oh. Well, the better-looking administrator. Right. Thank you. Stephanie Wheeler. Thank you.
Northeast Academy is pleased to honor Ms. Maggie Dewey as our Teacher of the Year. Maggie best represents all of the important attributes every one of us strives to live by each and every day. When you combine Maggie's love of learning along with her genuine enthusiasm, great things come to fruition for all of our students and staff. Her passion and desire to strive for her personal best with whatever needs that surface makes her a role model for all members of the Northeast Academy school community. A public school is a microcosm of society. Like society, a school is a living, breathing entity made up of many, sometimes competing, components, all trying to meld together to achieve success. The key to achieving that success in schools is the quality of the people who work there. Maggie Dewey is a person of the highest quality. She exemplifies what it means to be a member of a team, always deeply concerned about the people her work will impact. This becomes her guiding light and is the reason why she is revered by our colleagues at NEA, because we all know she always puts us first. Maggie's skill level is unsurpassed. Her creativity and innovation played an integral role in Northeast Academy becoming an arts magnet school. Her influence reverberates across all grade levels with remarkable project-based research and learning activities, advanced technological applications, and fun-filled special events and assemblies. Maggie Dewey is a most valuable asset to Northeast Academy. With a heart full of love and caring for all students and staff, she brings a passion and joy to our lives each and every day. Thank you, Maggie, and congratulations on behalf of the parents, students, and staff at Northeast Academy.
Mr. Bass, if you would be so kind, principal of Cutler Middle School.
So I didn't get a folder today, but that's okay. I'm going to talk about Cutler's Outstanding Teacher of the Year. Our Teacher of the Year is Miss Katie Lucy, grade 8 mathematics teacher. She truly embodies what it means to be Teacher of the Year. When you think of the teacher that you would want to have your son or daughter in her classroom for math, she is it. Let me tell you, if I had kids in our school, in this system, hands down, I would never think twice about having them at Katie Lucy's classroom. She teaches classes, she's taught classes over the years from pre-algebra, algebra 1, and algebra 2, as well as intervention classes for those students in need. When you talk to students from her classroom, they will tell you it is a safe and caring environment, one in which they are willing to take risks, which is ever so important, particularly when it comes to learning math. I don't know about you, but math was not my best subject in school. However, had I had Miss Lucy as a middle school teacher, I'm sure that would be different. I know from living with my wife, who is also a math teacher, how difficult and tedious the hours can be for preparation for hands-on learning and following up to make sure that any gaps in the students' learning are covered. Let me tell you, if I could clone Katie Lucy, I would do it in a heartbeat. Congratulations, Miss Katie Lucy, on being Cutler's Outstanding Teacher for 2018.
No,
No,
that's
not yet,
last.
but that last.
It doesn't look like, but we actually know what we're doing. Mr. Katecki, if you would please join us. Mr. Jeff Katecki, principal of Westside Middle School.
Laura Iris has been teaching math at Westside Middle School for the last 9 years, 6 as a remedial math teacher and 3 as a member of the 7th grade Red Team. Over her 9-year tenure, she has been selected twice as the Westside Middle School Teacher of the Year. Laura has served as the co-advisor for the Student Council for the last several years and has been instrumental in organizing the following school-wide events: the Veterans Day Ceremony, multicultural dinner, talent show, dances, fundraising, and worldwide and local charities in Spirit Weeks. She serves on the school's instructional leadership team and magnet committee. For the past 3 years, she has participated in a very popular PTO staff-student basketball game, having made 100% of her shots attempted. Okay, so it was only one, but who's counting? Laura had the highest scores on this year's Algebra 1 midterm in the district. She works very hard preparing relevant, engaging real-world math lessons for her students. Her students participate in many engaging classroom activities such as Shark Tank, forensic anthropology, and car buying. It's no surprise her scores were so high. Laura's personal interests include beekeeping, cooking, do-it-yourself projects, and gardening. She is often seen participating in many area road races, the last being the Mystic 10K. Laura lives in Groton with her husband Mike and dog Eddie. This summer, Laura plans to travel to Israel. The staff and students at Westside are very lucky to have a teacher of Laura's talents and abilities. She truly cares about her students and works very hard every day to meet their needs. It's my honor to recognize Laura Iris as the 2018 Westside Teacher of the Year.
Mr. Arcarice, high school principal.
Good evening. Stacy Norica is the Fitch High School Teacher of the Year for 2018. She has spent 22 years in Groton Public Schools, all as a special educator in the New Beginnings program, as a resource teacher, and now with the all-inclusive classroom. Stacy has done a remarkable job teaching her students life skills. She is well connected to her students' families and with the Groton community. As a resource teacher, Stacy always gave her students opportunities to succeed, realizing that little successes lead to much bigger ones, like graduation. The faculty at Fitch state that Stacy is always willing to do whatever it takes, and she's very, very energetic. She's a team leader, always thinking of her students before herself. She relates very well with people and makes her students and everyone else feel welcome at all times. Along with Ms. Scala, who's our art and photography teacher at the high school, Stacy has built and promoted our unified sports program into a powerhouse. During the past 4 years, the basketball team has sustained only one loss. The volleyball team remains undefeated, and the soccer team has a 20-3 record. Not bad. The unified basketball team even had the honor to perform at halftime at a state championship game a few years ago. And I was fortunate to accompany the team at that game, and if you saw their faces performing at halftime, it was an unbelievable experience. This past year, Stacy has started a coffee club called Norica's Brew Crew. They sell beer and wine every morning to the teachers. No, I'm sorry. No, only to the principal. I need it. Every week, teachers place their their orders with Stacy. Her students make the coffee to order, and then they deliver the coffee to the teachers. With the money collected, Stacy purchases things needed for her classroom. Her students are truly playing the role of young entrepreneurs. It is clearly evident that Stacy has a huge heart. Whatever her students need, she goes out and gets it for them. Fitch High School is extremely lucky to have you, Stacy, and we're very proud and honored that you are Fitch High School's Teacher of the Year for 2018.
I'm sure you're thinking, we have exhausted our supply of superstars, but there's one more. Mr. Wheeler, principal of SB Butler, is going to make a presentation to a young woman who will be going on as not just the school's Teacher of the Year, but Groton Public Schools Teacher of the Year. Mr. Wheeler.
SB Butler Elementary School proudly chooses Megan Kasprick as our Distinguished Educator for the 2017-2018 school year. Megan serves as one of our speech and language pathologists. She is truly dedicated to the success and growth of the children that she services. Megan's professionalism and innate sense of commitment to students, parents, and staff has earned her a genuine and well-deserved regard. Megan is a versatile educator, demonstrating her ability to instruct a wide variety of students, including those challenged by ADHD, developmental delays, learning disabilities, and other health-related conditions. She can assess each student's unique needs and tailor her teaching to accommodate diverse interests and provide individual support. Megan is regularly consulted as she assists our child study team in developing effective Tier 1 and Tier 2 speech and language interventions that are designed to meet the individual needs of each student. She also works very closely with students at SB Butler in our ABA Applied Behavior Analysis classrooms. Her talents are showcased as she works with students that are nonverbal, providing deliberate strategies that are specific to the needs of the individual. She incorporates assistive technology like magic that allows her students to access the curriculum with success. Megan is also a member of our school crisis team. Her expertise is often called upon to assist with students that may present with often demanding physical and emotional needs. It is impressive to watch as she can assess a potentially elevated situation quickly, direct staff members to assist, and create a proactive plan that ensures a child's safety. Most importantly, she is very effective in de-escalating a child to help them get back to the task at hand in their classroom, depending upon the specific situation. She cares deeply about and is respectful of her students, and they respond to her in a respectful and caring manner. Parents also respond positively to her ability to provide open, clear, and frequent communication. Megan provides parents with concise and specific academic expectations, learning objectives, and linguistic strategies that can be utilized at home to empower parents to assist their children. Megan Kasberg is truly one of a kind. I look to her teacher leadership as a means to grow our school climate, stretch our teachers to seek professional growth, increase student achievement, and integrate our families as part of the whole school community. Her impact upon our school, staff, and students is great. Megan's tremendous work ethic, commitment to her craft, and genuine positive energy is truly contagious. We are very fortunate to have Megan as a member of the SB Butler School community. Congratulations, Megan.
Okay, I'll be quick. All right. So it's truly a team effort to be named District Teacher of the Year, and I would not be standing here today without them. So I want to thank the ABA teachers at SB Butler, Mary Beth Franco, Shira Sabo, Caitlin Fry, and Julie Field. They're all amazing teachers, and I'm so thankful to be part of such a strong team. Also, the other SPED members at SB Butler, Mara Harris, Linda Salvitz, Liz Hutchins, Nancy Anderson, Rita Mangelinks, the OTs, PTs, and BCBAs. We always bounce ideas off of each other. And absolutely the paraprofessionals who are instrumental in carrying over the speech and language skills their students learn during their speech sessions. I couldn't do it without all your help. And of course, my administration at Butler, Steve Wheeler and Pam Porter, you guys provide great support to our SPED programs, and we thank you. The classroom teachers at SB Butler, they're so accepting of our ABA students and our SPED students. To my supervisor, Denise Doolittle, she always stands up for our program. And to the other speech and language pathologists around the district, they're always there to offer ideas and bounce ideas off of each other and offer therapy tips. And lastly, to the Teacher of the Year Committee for recognizing the hard work that our whole team dedicates to our unique special education population at SB Butler. So thank you.
Okay, so do you want to come up? Do we have anything to do?
We do.
Okay.
I did want to mention, I know there are some teachers, if they haven't already had to leave early, feel free, this would be a good time if you want to make your exit.
If not, you're stuck staying here forever. Thank you all for coming, and I apologize for being late. Unfortunately, sometimes my job does not allow me to get out in time, but I'm glad to be here. And I was sad that I was going to miss the first 15 minutes because this is truly my favorite time of the year. We never get this type of showing. But also just to see some of my friends who I hang out a lot with, of the administration and the teachers, but also just for the families and for the people that were recognized. I've had the privilege of being on the board for several years now. And we have always had we've always had two students that have kind of come to our board member meetings and kind of spend about 5-10 minutes kind of doing, the download about what has happened for the high school. And I have always struggled, and I think Rita and I have always had this conversation of like, how do we blend them more? What do we do? Well, you have to have the two that we have right now. Cindy and Dan. They have blended so well with our board. They don't just come to our regular board meetings, which this is one of them, where they give a report. They are now actively involved in our committee of the whole meetings, which is a discussion where they have insight and they add conversations. They also give us feedback from other students. So like if we are talking about something, they'll go back to the high school and talk it up and see what the kids have to say. And so it's just been a wonderful way of helping us who are not always in foot, but you guys are living it on a day-to-day basis, and we're just so appreciative. And I get the honor of being able to say that, but I know that I speak for the board about how fortunate we feel that your voice has been. And it's going to be, for Cindy, it's going to be a hard act to follow, because once again, you have started the charge, and Dan, great job, and I'm glad that we have another year with you. But the two of you have been really wonderful. These two awards come actually from CABE. CABE is the Connecticut Association of Boards of Ed, and they actually helped us recognize Student Leadership Award. And so Cindy, this is for you, if you would like to come up. So let me read the letter, and it says, congratulations for being chosen to receive CABE's Student Leadership Award. Leadership is a quality that is hard to define but remains critical to our society. CABE, which is the Connecticut Association of Board of Ed, has developed criteria that help to define leadership. Your principal received a list of these criteria and was asked to name Fitch High School students who met them. Your principal considers you such a school leader. We are pleased to present you, together with other student leaders across Connecticut, with CABE's 22nd Annual CABE Student Leadership Award. You should take pride in this recognition bestowed upon you. We encourage you to continue to think and act like a leader. Again, our congratulations and all the best to you in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Dr. Grenier and myself. What? Yes.
Cindy is a senior, and I believe is headed to the University of Connecticut. But one of the things that I'm not sure everyone understands is that Cindy came here not speaking a word of English as a preschool student. And sometimes when I think about what public schools do for this country and the extraordinary students that come from a system like this, every time I hear her chatting with her mom in fluent Mandarin, I just say to myself, and of course she's a brilliant speaker of English, it has just been a delight to serve with you, Sydney. So thanks so much.
My man Dan, come on up. What I love about Dan, one of the many things I love about you, is that when he raises his hand, part of me goes, oh, darn, what did I just do? Because I know he's going to find that I've done maybe something a little bit, or I needed to think about something different. But actuality, your leadership, I think, has made me a better person. Because I get to hear your voice. You're not afraid to give your voice. And it's fun to listen to. And I am just really looking forward to being able to celebrate your senior year with you, and watch you grow and continue to keep the board in line, including me. But let me just also read this, because I think it's only fair. So congratulations for being chosen to receive CABE's Student Leadership Award. Leadership is the quality that is hard to define but remains critical to our society. CABE has developed criteria that helps to define leadership. Your principal received a list of these criteria and was asked to name Fitch High School students who met them. Your principal considers you such a school leader. We are pleased to present to you, together with other student leaders across Connecticut, with CABE's 22nd Annual CABE Student Leadership Award. You should take pride in this recognition bestowed upon you. We encourage you to continue to think and act like a leader. Again, your congratulations and all the best to you in your future endeavors, which really is just to keep the board in line for another year. Signed, Dr. Grenier and myself. Yay.
CABE also has student leadership awards at the middle school level, so I'm going to ask Mr. Bass to identify the two students who will receive this certificate.
I'm going to go ladies before gentlemen instead of going alphabetical order this evening. It's my pleasure to, the first student that we're going to recognize from Cutler is Miss Elena Woodham. Miss Elena, would you please come forward? Elena is an outstanding student, and she has consistently achieved high honors throughout her middle school years. Her teachers report that she shows a maturity beyond her years in the classroom. I, too, have witnessed this. In class, she helps others, comes prepared, is organized, and is a leader in group discussions. She is an outgoing individual who is involved in many extracurricular activities. She was selected as a member of the Eastern Connecticut Regional Chorus this year. She is a member of the Cutler Drama Club, Stamp Club, and the Morning Announcements TV crew. She loves reading and volunteers each summer at Groton Public Library. She has performed community service with her church youth group. Elena enjoys making and selling jewelry. Get this. Through this endeavor, she was able to fund most of the cost of her field trip last month to Canada. She is truly a well-deserving candidate. Congratulations, Elena. Colin Anderson, would you please come up? I've known Colin a long time. He didn't used to be this tall. Colin's an outstanding student, and he has consistently achieved high honors throughout his middle school years. His teachers report that he is an individual who goes out of his way to help others in class. This is not something that's easy to do in middle school. It's just not what is typical. Colin is always prepared for class and excels at learning, especially in mathematics. He is a violinist in the Cutler Orchestra. Colin is also involved in many extracurricular activities. He's a volunteer student leader and sings in the choir at his church. He's an avid basketball and baseball athlete, having played for Cutler's basketball team the past 3 years. He also plays baseball with the Connecticut Clippers. And he really is a fantastic student and is also very well deserving of this award. Congratulations, Colin.
And now we have two award winners from Westside Middle School. Mr. Gate.
First student I'd like to recognize is Elviani Kionis. Is she here? Elviani, come on up. Elviani is an 8th grader at Westside Middle School. Her parents are Carmen Bito and Elvis Kioris. She has 3 half-siblings. Her father lives in the Dominican Republic, and she grew up with her mom. She went to Catherine Konaski Magnet School. She participates in chorus, band, and student council, also the Westside Singers. In 6th grade, she participated in soccer and in a musical the school did, which was Peter Pan. In 7th grade, she had the opportunity to participate in the Eastern Regions, which is an audition choir for all the Eastern regions of Connecticut. She played Little Red Riding Hood in the play The Ever After. This 8th grade year, she has participated in cross-country, lunchtime book club, morning announcements, and fitness club. In the summer, she volunteers at the Groton Public Library. Each year of middle school, Elviani has earned high honors. In all 3 years of middle school, she has been recognized as Student of the Month. She plays saxophone and also takes piano lessons. She grew up speaking Spanish, so she decided to take French class at school so she could know at least the basics of 3 languages. After high school, Elviani plans to study to become a biomedical engineer. Elviani is a hard-working student whose leadership is a model for others. We are so proud of her accomplishments. The honor of being chosen as the CABE winner is well-deserved. Thurman Banks. Thurman Banks is an 8th grader at Westside Middle School. Come on up, Thurman. Thurman lives with his grandparents, parents, brother, and 3 pets, all of whom he enjoys spending time. Thurman is an avid sports and karate lover. He has participated in Groton Little League since he was 5 years old. He was honored for the good sportsmanship in 2017 when he received the Groton Little League Sportsmanship Award. Thurman has participated in the Groton Recs Department Karate program for 9 years and is currently the rank of Jokusan, which means 3rd degree junior black belt. Thurman aspires to become a lawyer with the goal of being able to help others through his future career. In addition, he plans to continue with karate and strives to become a 1st degree black belt. Thurman is described by his teachers as kind, helpful, and a caring student. He works hard to do well academically, and during his time at Westside, Thurman has participated in many different school activities, including chorus, the 2017 Drama Club production of The Ever After, and most recently, the student-faculty basketball game. Thurman would like to thank his teachers, friends, Mr. Kotecki, Mr. Davis, for supporting him in school. He would also like to thank his sensei, Ralph Batty, for always showing him the correct path to follow in and out of the dojo, and for being a positive influence in his life. Most of all, Thurman would like to thank his parents and grandparents for giving him the confidence to continue to move his life in a positive direction.
So good that we can show that we're human. Welcome to our world. So we have the next on our agenda is the O'Neill Annual Playwright. But we don't know if this is a just sort of a block that we kind of put on and recognize. But if there is a student here who has been recognized for that, have you been? Yeah. Come on up. What school? What school? What school? Have you been have you been recognized? No.
What do you mean?
For the O'Neill.
For the O'Neill Theater Award? No, okay, sorry. So I didn't mean to call you up, so.
Okay.
All right, sorry. Once again, this very kind gentleman.
So I just want to be clear, we, we know, we have at least one.
Do you know what school,
Yeah.
can you tell me what school? West Side. West Side.
Mr. Kentucky.
Mr. Kentucky?
Are you familiar with, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So you know what? Come on up, please.
As a playwright, could you write me a better script than this? Thank you. Thank you. Welcome.
Well, you know what? Let me explain a little bit. Tell me your name first of all. Ansley. So what happens every summer, and as Chairman Watson said, correct us if we're wrong, but there is this very distinguished institution in our southeastern Connecticut region called the Eugene O'Neill Theater, and there is a playwright contest every summer, and we have students who have entered it. And so, could you just tell us a little bit about your experience there, and hopefully you received some acknowledgement from them, and we just wanted to acknowledge you here publicly. So just tell us a little bit about your experience this past year.
Sorry. Quarter one of my first year in 8th grade, only year, my teacher said there's this play thing, and she had us submit a play, and they send you a letter, and if you don't get in, they explain to you what you did and how to improve on it. And if you did get in, they send you a letter of congratulations. This year there were 200 participants from the United States, and I want to say 20 people got in as a young playwright, and then 5 people got in as, Jesse would know what it's called. There were 20 who just got a smaller award, and then 5 who got a larger award. The 5 got to participate with actors, directors, and stage directors to make their play come to life on an actual stage. The 20 young playwrights got to have the plays cold read and then experience what it's like to go through the writing experience in a professional play and how to improve on the ones they've read, and mostly character development, because that's very important in plays. It was 3 days, very long, but it was very worth it.
Yeah, okay. We now have figured out our mistake. I would like to introduce another playwright that we have in our school from Fitch High School, Jesse Zeminski, and Jesse participated in the Eugene O'Neill Theater also, and actually, if I understand correctly, had a play produced. So can you tell us a little bit about him?
I submitted a play 2 years ago, and I was a guest playwright, as Addie was. She engaged in activities and watched rehearsals, and yeah, it's a very hectic weekend for the guest playwrights, and then I was selected this year with my third play. We worked on it pretty much all the way through the weekend, and it was a great time. We put together sets, met actors that were very accredited, a director that's mentioned in several newspapers. It was like my director came from California, all the way from California to work at this festival. So it was a very nice time. Get to meet a lot of creative people, get to meet, and yeah, sure. Places to go, people to be.
Places to go, people to. Wow, that's incredible. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, so now, there's one, I'm sorry? One more. Oh, there's one more. I'm so sorry. So who is that one more player? Yeah. Oh, Claire. Claire Garrett. So can you give us a little bit? No. You're the playwright, not the actor.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the three of you were part of this remarkable event this summer, and we just wanted to acknowledge you. So thanks so much for coming.
We're now at the place where we are going to recognize the Friends of Education and Support Personnel. And so the first people that I would love to come up to the podium would be someone from Catherine Kanowski and I believe Andrea. Are you? CK?
Who has the CK? You have CK. Okay.
Right.
Yep,
Not
perfect.
reading it. I'm just asking
Yeah,
for
you're gonna
the
present.
principal.
Chris is going to.
Cucina.
Chris
There you
Delphine.
are. Thank you.
CK's non-certified personnel award this year goes to our secretary, Deb Baldwin. If we were to list every attribute that makes Deb Baldwin the ideal choice for this award, we would all have to rearrange our schedules, as this would constitute no short task. Deb is a consummate professional whose knowledge and diligent attitude allows her to perform her job with unequaled efficiency. She wears many hats as the ambassador for our school. She greets guests, calms anxious parents, comforts frightened children, and helps frantic teachers. She will laugh with you, cry with you, support you, and also let you know when you need to dial it back a bit in her charming Long Island way. When anyone asks Deb a question or needs guidance, they are guaranteed an instant response. Her ability to balance a multitude of responsibilities with grace and civility is amazing. Deb's caring and compassion for our students shines throughout each day. She knows each child by name, not an easy task with over 400 students. She goes above and beyond her duties every day. She's kind, empathetic, and thoughtful. She makes all of us better. She is the heart and soul of our school. On a personal note, Deb makes every day a great day for me. She makes my job easier, she makes me laugh, and I know I can count on her anytime I need to ask for something. She is a very talented individual. I have to throw in, she's one heck of a party planner, too.
Seth?
All right, Michael Gore works as a paraprofessional in the academy program at Charles Barnum Elementary School. He comes to work every day with a positive attitude and a willingness to help above and beyond the requirements of his position. He displays genuine kindness and interest toward every child, and me, he works with, striving to help him or her achieve success. Michael also shows tremendous flexibility and patience to help create a supportive atmosphere, which is integral to the challenging work required by his position. Michael's dedication to the children he works with is one of his best qualities. He will put his best effort into anything he does. Michael is a pleasure to have as a colleague. He is well liked by his coworkers and the children in our school and does a fantastic job of connecting with even the most guarded or difficult children. Michael is one of those employees that you can count on in a time of crisis, as he is willing to jump in and help a child or a staff member, or me, in need. He always stays calm and demonstrates a great deal of patience. He truly is an asset to our Charles Barnum family, and we are pleased to have him receive this award tonight.
Isn't he still there? For Seth? Seth, do you have one more? For Friends of Education?
Sure. Yes, I can do that too.
Yeah.
On a roll. All right, it is a privilege to nominate Rita Katie Coiner for the Groton Friends of Education Award. Mrs. Coiner has made an outstanding contribution to the quality of education and the educational environment in our school. She's right over here. No, that's not it. Run it in. Katie plays a key role in the Charles Barnum school community. As a volunteer, she keeps herself busy. She may frequently be spotted in a variety of places at Charles Barnum. In the library, helping students select or check out books, organizing, reshelving, maintaining, and repairing the library collection. In the second or third grade classrooms, where she helps out with special projects or assignments. She can be spotted in the workroom making copies, hanging artwork, or working on any other volunteer job. No matter what the task is, she is always willing to lend a hand. Would like to also point out that she volunteers at the Westside Middle School Media Center a couple of days each week. She's everywhere. Katie's dedication to the Groton Public School community is inspiring. She is reliable, friendly, helpful, competent, and caring. Our school is a better place because of Katie. We truly appreciate that this busy mother of two, right there, and Navy wife, willingly shares her time and expertise with our school community and are very pleased to have her as part of our family. We want to thank you, Katie, and congratulate you on your nomination tonight. Thank you.
Mrs. Giordano.
Okay. So Clodchester School is thrilled, honored to have Heather Cobb as the Non-Certified Personnel Award recipient. Ms. Cobb is an extraordinary paraprofessional who contributes immensely to the Clodchester community and serves as a role model for all. She demonstrates positivity with a bright smile and a friendly hello to greet everyone every day. Ms. Cobb has an important part, Ms. Bob has been an important part in helping students make tremendous strides in both academic and social situations. She has a great talent for helping students self-monitor and build independence. She provides proactive strategies to allow students to reach their full maximum potential across all settings of the school day. She consistently communicates with team members in order to ensure that students' individual needs are being met. She does this not only for students she is assigned to, but for all students who may just need some extra support. In addition to her work as a dedicated paraprofessional, Ms. Cobb is a leading go-to talented member of the Clodchester PTO, thank goodness. Ms. Cobb's kind and caring demeanor is a sensational asset to Clodchester School. Congratulations, Heather. Thank you for all that you do to make Clodchester truly a great place to be. I often say that Heather has wings that just like sprout, these angel wings that just come out. It was amazing. Thank you, Heather. So I don't think that Kenny's here tonight, but I will still read.
Please do.
Okay, so we're enthusiastic to honor Kenny Hall as our Friends of Groton Award recipient this year for Clodchester. Mr. Hall's first impact as a role model to Clodchester students was as a dynamic kindergarten aide. In addition to working with kindergarten students, Mr. Hall helped all students K through 5 during lunch and recess, where he took time to build positive relationships and get to know each student. Mr. Hall recognized that one student in 5th grade often struggled during unstructured times, so Mr. Hall devoted extra time to this student by playing games with him, discussing his day, and checking in with him throughout the day, which helped to develop a really strong bond. Mr. Hall left the K-8 position mid-year to pursue his dream career. However, Mr. Hall didn't stay away long. He came right back to CC as a loyal volunteer in a kindergarten class. Every time Mr. Hall arrives, you can hear students excitedly shout, "Mr. Hall is here!" He supports the classroom teacher and students with everything from tying shoes to working in centers to providing extra hugs for whomever just may need it. Moreover, Mr. Hall became a formal mentor for a kindergarten student and for that grade 5 student. Mr. Hall meets with each student weekly as a coach, a supporter, and a phenomenal role model, helping students continue to build self-esteem and set goals. Mr. Hall's dedication to all students is remarkable, and it is clear that he has a passion for guiding students to be the best that they can be. Congratulations to Kenny, and we're really, truly grateful for all that he does for our school.
Mrs. Minor?
Mrs. Minor? There you are. Scratching your banana.
Both of our candidates are not here tonight, but I would like to recognize our non-certified personnel award will go to Ann Monahan, who's been a dedicated employee for Groton for many, many years and will be retiring this year. Our volunteer of the year is one of our military moms, Susan Belcher, who also cannot be here tonight. And she's a great example of one of our military people who does so much and asks so little for our schooling. We appreciate all the work that all of them do. Thank you.
Northeast, do you have Northeast?
Okay.
Oh, great.
Okay, good.
Okay. Ms. Wheeler, please.
Thank you, Ms. Wheeler.
Northeast Academy is pleased to recognize Tina Shine as our support personnel person of the year. Tina Shine is the type of person who finds positive and lovable aspects about every child and adult that she works with, no matter how challenging that might be. Mrs. Shine has a huge heart and an amazing and special ability of making everyone she interacts with feel welcome and important. Year after year, Tina partners with the classroom and special education teachers to help design and implement a program that is right for each child. She is always willing to offer help, suggestions, and extra effort when she feels it will benefit the students. She is kind, firm, and loving, which allows her to create a nurturing environment for students to learn and grow. The success stories of so many students at NEA are due to the time and level of commitment that Tina puts forth in her job day in and day out. She truly is our Mrs. Sunshine. Congratulations. NEA is also pleased to honor Jennifer Millis for our Friend of Education Award. Jen Millis devotes so much time and energy to maintaining our school's yearbook and photographing the students of NEA. We're so lucky that she shares her incredible talent for photography with our school community to capture students during some of their most memorable moments of elementary school. From professors' class photos, winter carnival and other PTO events, school plays and concerts, Jen catches the joy, beauty, and innocence of our children in her photos. She goes above and beyond to display the photos for parents in the community to see on bulletin boards, in slideshows, and is constantly updating the main entrance foyer of our school. The yearbook, which she spends countless hours editing and putting together, is a wonderful keepsake for students to look back on for years to come. Her photography and willingness to share her time and talent with our school helps to create an atmosphere that is always celebrating students in their daily school lives and at their most exciting moments. Congratulations and thank you.
Congratulations. Thanks for all you do.
Mr. Wheeler? And Mrs. Porter.
Hi, thank you. Bill Hirschneider is being nominated for the Non-Certified Staff Award because he is such a valuable asset to the S.B. Butler school community. He's a valuable asset in the classroom as well. Bill works as a one-on-one paraprofessional for students with severe autism. Every day, Bill comes to work with a positive attitude and eagerness to help kids learn. Whether it's in the classroom working with a specific student or at arrival time greeting all the students in the school, Bill is a constant positive interaction for everyone. He constantly tries to improve himself and help students grow in their academics as well as everyday life skills. He's a positive adult role model for all students in our school. In addition to his classroom responsibilities, he also works in the after-school treehouse program where he mentors students and works to foster positive play and social skills. No matter what you ask of Bill, he is always willing to complete the task. He will go out of his way to do more than is necessary for his love of students. He's an invaluable member of our school community, and both the staff and the students are lucky to have him around. And I have to add, he's also one of our coaches for Girls on the Run, and he just completed his first half marathon. Congratulations, Bill.
Big-time wrestler. Former wrestler.
Okay. It is my privilege to nominate Amber Hogato as our 2017-2018 Groton Friends of Education from S.B. Butler Elementary School. Amber has served our school community as a member of our PTO for many years. She is by far one of the most organized people that I know. Once she commits her time to an event, she pours her heart and soul into ensuring that it is very successful. Amber has volunteered countless hours helping to facilitate PTO-sponsored family events at our school. Since I became principal at S.B. Butler in 2015, Amber has been the driving force behind our annual Science and Math Night. Each year, she organizes many local experts in the fields of science and math to donate 2 hours of their time one evening to share their craft with our students and families. Our children have fun as they learn about everything from virtual reality to polymers and slime. She even gets Mrs. Porter to dissect owl pellets. It is one of our most attended evenings, and we are forever grateful to Amber for spending the time to ensure that it happens each year. Amber Hogato's dedication and commitment to our school community has truly enriched our students' social and academic experiences at S.B. Butler. We are very fortunate to have her as a member of our team. Thank you for all that you do. Congratulations, Amber.
Mr. Bass.
I'll start with the non-certified personnel award winner from Cutler this year, and that is Joshua Spatafor. Josh started working at Cutler in April of 2016. It was truly amazing how well and quickly Josh fit in and embraced the special needs classroom to which he was assigned and how the students so quickly responded to him. Josh is reliable and exhibits consistent hard effort in both classroom in which he works and the school as a whole. He's very devoted to improving each and every day of all the students in the classroom and takes the time to fully understand their wants and needs. The perseverance that he shows with the students he works with throughout difficult times is commendable. There are times where you would think that he would deserve hazard pay for some of the things that he's gone through over the last couple of years. Has not gone unnoticed, Josh. He is knowledgeable about implementing behavior plans, and his patience and calm demeanor allow him to work through very intense behavioral outbursts with grace. In addition, he pushes all to do their best by holding them to high achievement standards. Josh knows the abilities of the students and pushes them to surpass their individualized goals. He truly cares about the students and his coworkers, and is always more than willing to step in whenever needed at any time. Josh is an extremely valuable member of Cutler's school community, and after this was written, there was an opportunity about a week and a half ago in the classroom which Josh works. And we were able to have some people come in and work with students on music and motion and dance. And while I was not present, I got to see just a little bit of it. And Josh actually helped one of the students in the classroom perform a waltz. And if you knew the situation, brings tears to your eyes. Well-deserving, Josh Spatafor, please come forward. Next, Cutler's Friend of Education. Our Friend of Education this year is Miss Alexandra Huber. Alex is a former Cutler student, and she was promoted from Cutler. She left us 4 years ago. But during those past 4 years, she decided to come back. Alex has volunteered her time after school to help Mr. Rob Panucci with managing basketball, girls basketball, as well as helping to do clerical work in the guidance office. Alex was a valuable member of our girls basketball program. The players looked up to her as a former basketball player at Cutler. She would keep score, take stats, and photos during the games, and it was really well appreciated by all. As for Alex help in the guidance office, she is a responsible, reliable young lady who has provided assistance completing many tasks asked of her. She has helped in getting things together for our 8th grade promotion ceremonies, open house, and other functions that we have had at Cutler. This includes decorating the bulletin boards, making copies, and setting up tables. No matter what job has been asked of her, she has completed each one with a smile. With her positive attitude and assistance, Alex has helped make the clerical chaos of school life that much more enjoyable. Alex clearly has made a positive impact at Cutler, and we are honored to recognize her as our Friend of Education. Alex.
Mr. Kotecki?
I will start with the non-certified award and follow it up with the Friends of Education. The staff at Westside Middle School has had the privilege of having Melissa Bybee work as a paraprofessional in our school for the past 2 years. This year, she has been working with the Academy program, working with students with serious and emotional difficulties. Melissa comes to school each day with a smile and positive attitude that reflects her kind heart and a true love for her work. Melissa is able to help the most challenging of students with her ability to encourage without demanding, listen without judging, and by providing assistance when it is needed. Her positive words are important in the day-to-day school experiences for our students. Students rely on her academic, emotional, and behavioral assistance and often seek her out for support. This honor is given to a very special employee who makes a difference in the lives of our students. Melissa Bybee represents not only her work, but the work of many. She cares about students. She has the best interest in mind at all times. Melissa is not only there for the students, but also her colleagues. She is supportive, collaborative, and a true team player. No matter the challenge, she is up for it. She wants to make the school and our students the best they can be. Melissa is well deserving of this award. She sets the bar high for all non-certified staff. Friends of Education, Westside Middle School. It is an honor to introduce to you the Westside Middle School Friend of Education Award winner, Ms. Christine Cabral. Christine Cabral was a key component in the drive to resuscitate the PTO at Westside Middle School. She has been the president of the Westside PTO and is one of the current co-presidents of the Westside PTO, even though her oldest daughter roams the halls of Fitch High School as a freshman. Christine consistently seeks out new parents of Westside and encourages them to get involved in the PTO. She attends every PTO meeting despite having 4 children of her own to get from practice to practice and ball field to ball field. With unyielding determination, Christine persistently makes connections with members of the community and local businesses to get both monetary and physical donations for many events hosted by the PTO, and rarely takes no for an answer. She was an asset in making the staff versus students basketball game happen, an event which celebrated its 3rd year this year and is loved by both students and staff. In the fall of 2017, Christine gave up her own time to serve on the committee to select a new principal of Westside. She frequently advocates on behalf of her children and fellow students of Westside to ensure they receive the credit they deserve for the advanced courses they take at Westside. When the budget struggles at the end of 2017 year happened, she attended most town council meetings advocating for students and teachers. Christine was instrumental in helping the PTO host a graduation party for 8th grade students in 2017 and is hard at work preparing for this year's one. And somehow she managed to do this all while working a full-time job herself. As you can see, Christine Cabral is a true friend of education.
The non-certified personnel award for Fitch High School goes to Marky Setevich. We are very honored to give this award to Marky, who has been a nurse practitioner in the school-based health center at the high school since 2003. Her colleague, Lori Filosa, says that Marky is a wonderful person, very attentive to the Fitch students and always concerned about their well-being. Marky serves as the liaison between students and parents and does an outstanding job. She is thorough and follows up with parents in a timely manner. Everyone, parents, students alike, are very happy with the treatment they receive at the health center. This year, Marky is involved with securing a grant for the school-based health center and for the high school. As part of the grant, Marky has to ask difficult questions around anxiety and depression during routine physical exams. These are unfortunate topics, but real issues in teenagers' lives. When students need help, Marky is always there to assist them. Personally, I have become friends with Marky over the years, and I am a better person from knowing her. She is caring, kind, always ready to listen, and she's not afraid to give advice either. The students, teachers, and staff love Marky Setevich, and we're all very fortunate that she is in the building. The Groton Friend of Education Award goes to Mike Doyle. Mike is the president of the Fitch High School Athletic Booster Club. Mike's children all graduated from Fitch High School, his last child 5 years ago. But with all his children out of school, Mike still manages to volunteer as a boys lacrosse coach and is the coordinator for the Athletic Booster Club concession stand. Now, if you don't know the concession stand, that's a big job, especially during football games, and just to organize that whole thing is really something. For the concession stand, Mike schedules work times for our athletic teams, shops for groceries, and plays an integral part in fundraising with our athletic director, Mark Romano. In addition, he volunteers his own time to work in the concession stand himself. During various ECC athletic tournaments, you can see Mike running around, making sure everything runs smoothly. It is clearly evident that Mike plays a major role at Fitch, and without his efforts, Fitch High School would be faced with a huge void. Mike, we all know what you do for us, and we just want to let you know how much we appreciate your efforts on behalf of all the athletes at Fitch High School.
Sam. And Sam Kilpatrick, who is our Director of Buildings and Grounds, and will present Maintenance Person of the Year.
One thing that wasn't mentioned about Mike is that he also serves on the Permanent School Building Committee, which meets twice a month and very often during the week as well. So Mike does a lot more for the community. Our nominee for the Maintenance Department is Joe Montgomery. Is Joe here tonight? Joe's not here. Well, I'm not surprised Joe isn't here because he's pretty shy, and most of his work is done behind the scenes. And when I told him that we were gonna give him this award, he insisted that he gave me names of 4 other people who were far more deserving than he himself. So, but don't worry about it. I'm going to read this to him tomorrow morning at the morning meeting in front of his colleagues, which will be far more embarrassing to him than coming tonight. The Groton Public Schools Building and Grounds Department proudly recognizes Joe Montgomery as our Employee of the Year 2017-18. Joe is a longtime employee that has served as an electrician and specializes in maintaining our door security systems, security cameras, and fire alarm panels. Joe is the consummate professional, completing tasks in a timely manner with great attention to detail, all the while relating to staff with a genuine, pleasant demeanor. While Joe has been doing this for many years, this year he has actually taken on more responsibilities. He has added phone systems to his list of duties and has worked tirelessly to resolve many problems that were previously remedied by a recently retired phone technician. As if adding additional duties weren't enough, Joe has offered his expertise by mentoring our new electrician employee over the past 9 months. Simply stated, Joe is a trusted, valued member of the maintenance team that has gone over and above what we would normally expect and is deserving of being named the Maintenance Employee of the Year.
This has ended our awards part of our meeting. We are going to sort of resume our meeting in about 15 minutes, but please feel free for the next 15 to enjoy each other's company, or please stay. We're going to call the meeting to order, please. All right, we are now at the part of the meeting where it's for citizens' agenda items and other subjects of concern that lie within the jurisdiction of the Board of Education. This is the portion of the agenda where the board welcomes comments from citizens. Each presentation should be limited to 5 minutes or less, and citizens should, if possible, submit written comments. Presentations should be related to matters pertinent to Groton, and board members will only ask questions in order to clarify the speaker's presentations and cannot respond during the comments from citizen portion of the board meeting. Citizens should make their presentation from the podium and state their name and addresses for the record. Ms. Jones, do you have anyone? Is there anyone? How are you? Good to see you.
Thank you. My name is Mike Whitney, 112 Deerfield Ridge Drive, Mystic, Connecticut. I just have a quick comment. I'm a parent of Northeast Academy children, and one thing we love about Northeast Academy is that it's an arts curriculum, arts-focused curriculum, and we also love that it's a interdisciplinary magnet school too. That said, when Pleasant Valley closed, we saw a jump in class sizes, particularly from 3rd, 4th, and 5th grades. I think we're up around 24 students per class. And myself and other parents have seen the struggles along with that jump. And so tonight we got an email and a phone message about the slots, Northeast Academy magnet slots, and it's available for all grades. And that's fine and wonderful, and we support that. But as you're seeking to fill those slots, I just urge you to keep in mind class sizes. Because, me personally, I'd like to see more like 18 or 20. I don't think that's realistic right now. But big class sizes do present a struggle, and so every fewer student in the classroom can be helpful. So I'd love to see more of a target at 22, and certainly nothing above 24. And so that's just what I'd like you to consider as you're filling these slots. And sort of a related one, I know we're just in the first year of the magnet schools for West Side and Cutler. Something to think about, if possible, is if someone does get into one of the magnet schools for North Academy for Arts or Catherine K for STEAM, somehow, I don't know how you do this, but if they should have some kind of preference to get into the middle school that's aligned with that curriculum, so they can continue that. I'm not sure how to work that out, but it's an issue I've heard about at this point. So thank you very much.
Mike, Can you just repeat what you just said? That if a child that is at Northeast Academy in the arts would have a preference then to be able to go to, let's say, Cutler?
Specifically, the magnet students.
The magnets
That were magnet students that came into Northeast
from
Academy.
another area.
Yeah, and that
Okay,
they could.
continue the pathway.
And I don't know how that.
I'm
that
sure
all
that
works,
could be
but-
flagged somehow.
So-
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, we'll move on. Is there other people who would like to comment on Mike's? All right, can we go to the student representative report?
So a couple updates from the last meeting. On April 30th, we had Senator Richard Blumenthal come and visit Fitch High School and speak with the students about some little bit more tougher topics on gun violence and school safety. I heard great responses from the students. They specifically really enjoyed the Q&A portion where they got to ask Senator Blumenthal questions that they had and just concerns, to be able to speak their mind to someone and having that feeling that they were being heard was really liked. Since the last meeting, AP and IB testing are done. Very exciting. And then last week, we finished up and we had underclassmen awards. A couple updates with class council, seniors. The end of the year is coming, which also means a lot of end of the year senior events. So this Thursday, it will be our senior trip to Holiday Hill. The weather's looking good, so that's very good. Senior prom will be Saturday, June 9th at Mystic Aquarium. It hasn't been at the aquarium since a very long time, so we're excited to go back. Different scenery and great venue definitely. And then graduation rehearsals are around the corner. It'll run on the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. Also in the morning of the 22nd will be our senior and faculty breakfast, which is open to all seniors and faculty members at Fitch to enjoy. And then that will lead into graduation that night on Friday, June 22nd, and it'll start at 6 p.m. And then for juniors, they just had their junior prom, and it was a big hit. And then sophomores, they have a couple events around the corner with a car wash at Johnson's True Value on June 3rd. They also have a pancake breakfast at Applebee's from 8 to 10, and the tickets are $10. And they'll also, again, be selling carnations during graduation. And then 2 awards nights.
All right, it's the end of the year, so that means awards season. Tomorrow night is the National Honor Society induction at 6 o'clock. Then on Thursday, June 7th, it is the honor cords for seniors. And then it is senior athletic night on Monday, June 11th. And then it is senior awards and scholarship night on June 14th. And all those events are at 6:30 in the auditorium, except National Honor Society is 6 o'clock tomorrow. The athletic department, the class of 2022, their athletic orientation is Thursday, June 5th at 6:30. And then also the athletic department is having their second annual Abbott's Lobster in the Rough on Friday, June 15th for $75. And then the final exam schedule, seniors are from June 13th to June 20th, and underclassmen are June 18th to June 22nd. And on that June 22nd, it will lead us to the last day of school. It is a early dismissal day for students, and then it will lead into graduation at 6 p.m., hopefully on the football field. Fingers crossed.
Yes, please.
So Cindy, this is our last board meeting with you.
Yes.
You've been great.
Oh, thank you.
I think for me just speaking and allow other people to, obviously everyone else can speak, but that I just wanted to say thank you very much for your leadership that you have given us to the board, and we wish you well.
Oh, thank you, Ms. Watson.
We sure do. Looking forward to seeing you at graduation.
Just my little footnote is, we took a little trip to Hartford together once upon a time. And we needed, I think it was during not a holiday, but like a long weekend or something. And Chairman Watson said, "Boy, it'd be great if we could get some students and parents to speak." And I was sort of desperate, and I called Cindy and said, "Could you come and speak in front of the legislature?" And she said, "Sure." And I picked her up, and off we went to Hartford, and she made a very well-composed speech to the legislature explaining the importance of making sure that Groton received fair and funding, and it was really terrific. And I just want to say tonight, we were taken off guard by the theater mishap. We didn't have, for some reason, we didn't have the proper certificates or whatever those students got. And it was Cindy who sort of went around the room, and maybe Dan too, and made sure that we at least recognized the students. And now I spoke to one of them, and I'll call the families tomorrow. But I mean, that's the sort of service that we receive from Cindy, and we are very interested in having you go to college. And tell us what your aspiration is again.
Yep, so since I was in elementary school, I want to become an elementary school teacher, so that is the plan. So I'll be going to University of Connecticut, studying elementary education with a concentration in mathematics. So I hope to get into NEAC, School of Education, so I'll be out with my master's in 5 years, and if there's any openings, I might see you again in 5 years, hopefully in the district.
Hurry up.
All right, so moving on to the superintendent's report, the Alliance School District.
Well, I am actually going to defer to my colleague who has been a thorn in the side of the Alliance office, because we got some news today.
The check arrived, finally.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to remind you that we're really so very excited because a focus of the grant is on technology, both software and hardware. It's going to put into our K through 2 across this district, iPads and Chromebooks, in all those classrooms. We also have a big National Science Foundation materials that we're going to be investing in both science and in mathematics, so that, we have that as a big piece. There were some personnel things, and it's so far to the end of the year, but we were able to cover some of those expenses, including to have a social worker who will be able to work, I think, for about 6 weeks at least, and help us with the absenteeism program and help us analyze some of the data and work with us on that. So those are a few of the many areas. Science was a big focus to get those NGSS standards, to unpack the curriculum that has been set forth in CREC with Dr. Reckenberg. So we're able to take advantage of that and get that rolling. So we're very excited.
So thanks to Sue's work, not only did we receive the $600,000 today, but she has been able to pretty much dollar for dollar go into next year's budget. So when the board on probably the night of the 25th of June makes the final $1.8 million cut, this will help to alleviate the deficit, and that's one good thing. And the other thing is getting that amount of money and spending it in the right categories is a real challenge. So Susan has really worked with the principals, and we have literally already written the requisitions. Because to spend $600,000, I mean, it's great that it's here, but when you get it on the 29th of May and it all goes away on
Not
the
to
30th.
worry, it was ready to go. And the good news is that we're looking on both the core curriculum in English language arts, math, and science, and that this will be for core instruction and for intervention, and it will go over into next year, supporting next year as well for our kids. So we're really excited, because as long as we get the materials in and encumbered, we're all set to go for next year. So,
yay, 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 yay. Good news. All right, so actually
I've got a business manager's report, but keep going, sorry.
Well, why don't we let, Susan, is there other things?
So only one quick thing. I wanted to announce publicly that we're going to have the dedication of the Groton Public Schools Student Art Gallery. It's been a goal of our entire art department, K-12. And if you can see the evidence in that room 11 of some unbelievable work from our teachers and students, it's really breathtaking. So that will happen on June 11th, and they have decided to honor Keith P. Ackerman, and with this, dedication. And so the reception will be at 5:30, and we can pass out certificates to all of the students and their families. And then we can start with our 6 o'clock COW.
And we plan to do this on a fairly regular basis, that when
Right.
the art gets swapped out, we'll have another reception and bring in the students and the parents. It should be, well, it'd be, first of all, a great honor to Keith. But it's just going to be, it's going to make that room come alive. The next time you go in there, you'll see Susan and the committee painted these waves.
Well, I can't take any credit. All I did was provide time and paint.
So there's some really nice artwork
Right.
in there, and we'll keep it going.
Right.
And have a reception, perhaps once a quarter. And Joe will provide the beer and the wine. No, we'll provide soft drinks and cookies or something.
From Ernie's Cookies, yes.
All right.
That was it.
Yeah, we'll dedicate the room
Yes.
to Keith, and yeah.
Yay.
I think we have a little plaque of some sort.
We have,
Or if we don't, we'll get
we
it.
actually have a wonderful bio written by Dr. Ackerman
Yes.
on his
Yes.
behalf that we could read aloud. And so we've actually got a tribute on the outside with a wave of a piece of artwork that was one of my favorites from his students, two of his students when he was
Great.
the middle school teacher. And, the artwork was up and down the hallways
Yeah.
back in the day, and it had not really been, were refreshed. So we saved one, so we have this
Great.
dedication on the outside of the room as you come in.
Fabulous.
Awesome. That's really cool. All right. We've passed out the.
Well, I didn't pass it out quite yet.
Oh.
Shoot. Well, Ken did not have an update on the object code summary. It's still $478,000. So I didn't think he needed to sit through a whole meeting to re-announce that. But at the very end of the day, we received this report. And if you remember, I know Jay has been following this. If you look at that yellow column in the middle, what we say is that we put aside, I mean, it's just a mathematical formula, but we put aside hypothetically $958,000. That's what we have for the month. And if you look at the highlighted for April, it came in at $944, $10,000 under. So the $2.3 million that we were all nervous about is coming to pass. Well, it would appear. I asked him what this looked like last year, and he said it was about $100,000 higher. I don't think I have it from last year here, but he said it was about $1,020,000. So we're actually doing pretty well in that area. What I don't know is the OPEB number, which we are now trying to track and find out where we are. And we'll have a full report on that. I think, did we say on the 18th, Jay? Or maybe we put it, yeah, we'll the COW on June 18th will, we will explain the OPEB, which we have a not only a good conceptual handle on, but I think we have the numbers down pretty pat. But I think the board has been nervous, at least we've been concerned about whether there was really going to be $2.3 million left in the health insurance reserve, and Ken becomes increasingly confident. But we have yes, May and June. We have two months, and God only knows what happens in those 2 months. But it would appear, so you look at the month. The actual was 98.5. So if we hang in there, the variance of the budget to the board, the third column over, is $1,200,000. So we're doing okay. And if we continue to do okay, then the health insurance reserve will be that 1.3 million, and we'll be able to. I mean, 2.3 million. That was a Freudian slip. What's a million? So anyway, that's that. Ken actually called the town and informed Susan and myself that we have the $600,000. And like I said, it has to be spent in 31 days, which is, which is not a terrible chore, but we need to do it properly and within because there's a state budget for that. So other than that, I'm finished.
All right, so the Director of Building and Grounds? That's you.
That's me.
That's you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, I guess first is the 2020 report, and we'll talk about the elementary architect update. Perkins Eastman is the selected architect on the elementary projects, and over the last couple of weeks, Dr. Grenier and myself and staff members from each of the schools have met with
Susan too.
Susan and staff members from each of the schools have met with the architects and going over the program. So they've been program meetings, making sure that we have spaces available for all the programs that we're going to have in the schools. So that's been taking place over the last couple of weeks. I am going to be meeting with the architects tomorrow at Westside Middle School to verify dimensions. They'll be doing some measuring to verify dimensions on the exterior of the building, and I am gathering some additional plans. The town didn't have very many plans for Cutler Middle School, so I have some at our office that they're going to come by and go through and determine exactly what they need to borrow. So they'll be taking some of our plans for Cutler Middle School as well. Secondly is an update on the water testing. Over the last couple of weeks, I submitted our plan for further testing in our district, both to the Connecticut Department of Health Drinking Water Division and to Ledgely Health District. I've gotten a response from both over the last week, with both of them telling us to move forward as it was presented. Department of Public Health did have 2 additional recommendations beyond the sites that we chose, and that was to do the first row of samples as 1 liter samples, as opposed to the 250 milliliter samples that are normally taken. This is in light of the fact that it's expected that the contamination is within the lines inside the building, so that should help us determine that. And the second suggestion was that where there are samples being taken in, let's say, adjacent classrooms across the hall from each other, they actually be taken in consecutive days as opposed to the same day. And that way, the water isn't drawn off of the other. They'll have a better sample, a more representative sample if we do it the second day rather than both of them the first day. So I did send an email to Rick Stevens at Groton Utilities today, asking him for a meeting with his staff to discuss the plan and make a determination as to when we will actually start the testing.
All right, so we're going to move on to the community. I actually mean the committee reports. I do want to say that there was a miscommunication between Dr. Grenier and I apologize for that. In the committee reports, we were really kind of needing to not just have the policy, curriculum, finance, and facility, which is R3, but that learn, the Board of Ed and the AGSA and GEA need to be on there. Our liaison for next time. That we need to kind of go back to make sure that that's there, and the scholarship and the Trails Committee. So I apologize that those were not on, but they shall be there for June. So let's starting off with policy. Is there anything more than what is going to be on our agenda in a few?
Not as far as I know, just the 2.
Awesome, okay. And curriculum?
Yes, we met and we had a wonderful presentation from Mrs. Forrest from Cutler, talking about the courses that have to be implemented in order for us to get the grant monies available to us. So we listened to that. It was really wonderful. And then we're meeting on June 18th, and we're going to be talking about online classes for the high school. I'm hoping to invite Ms. Hodge and Mrs. McKenna from the high school to join us. So that's what we do.
Thank you very much. Finance and facilities? Okay, great. Learn?
We had a lovely meeting at the Marine Science Magnet School 2 weeks ago. I think of that school as a Groton school. We have so many of our students there, and Dr. Holly has said, you know, someday in the future it'd be really wonderful if that school became a Groton school, a Groton Magnet School. So I'm hoping that sometime we can have that wonderful school. It is ranked 6th in the state academically this year, which is absolutely amazing. The only other, you know, everyone else is sort of, you know, Greenwich and that part, but for us to have that, it's a gem of a school. They have a number of UConn courses, and one that really impressed me was that they have a UConn course in horticulture, so on the table that was laid out for the board members, there were these beautiful little cups and saucers with flower arrangements individually by each, you know, different students. So this is a class that, you know, that any child could take, no matter, you know, how, it's not like just like an AP course, but you get UConn credit. It was an A credit course. So I'm hoping we could bring some of those classes to Fitch High School in the future. I really was so impressed with, they have at least 20 UConn courses and numerous AP courses. So I think all the students are involved in those. Oh, and I also last week did Dr. Holly's evaluation, which was outstanding. So thank you.
And tomorrow is the Board of Ed, AGSA, GEA 4:30 meeting and if you guys have agenda items, maybe we can float them to Joyce so that at least we can have something to kind of go off of. That would be great. So I apologize for the late notice. For some reason, this year went by so fast. I've never been able to be on top of that. All right. And the liaison for the Board of Ed, the Town Council and the RTM, I sent out a notice to everyone from not only the board, but also from the Town Council and the RTM. And we have all responded, which is really cool. And now we're just kind of waiting for the other bodies to kind of respond so that we can get a date soon, hopefully in mid-June.
Did respond when you sent.
Oh, awesome. I haven't looked since 10 o'clock this morning, so.
Yeah, there's some conflicts, so we might have to go out again.
Okay.
I met Autumn, and I said, you really need to be honest, and if she's sitting. Is she sitting? She's RTM. And I think I've convinced her to be part of it.
Awesome. Awesome. That'd be great. Yeah. That'd be great. Super. And then Trails Committee, do you have anything, Gretchen?
No.
Scholarship?
They're just getting ready for graduation.
Okay.
They're on task and they're doing a great job.
All right. And so I will entertain a motion to accept the consent agenda. Can I have a second?
Second.
So that's Rita, Andrea. So any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? So carried. The board would like to thank Lisa Lambert, who made a donation of $500 to the Charles Barnum Hiking Club. And also thank you to Surplus Unlimited in Norwich, Connecticut, who donated approximately 200 whiteboards to the school district. And that the Cutler Middle School PTO has received a $1,500 grant from the Charter Oak to replace damaged books in their library. So good news to all of those. Any old business? Hearing none, I'm moving on to the new business. And Lee, would you be willing to read the first one, please?
Yes, discussion and possible action regarding the approval of policy P5145.12, search and seizures.
Can you just read the motion?
I'm sorry. To approve as a first reading. I'm sorry, discussion and possible action? Is that what you, I'm sorry.
To approve, for approval as a first reading policy P514.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't I do that?
No, you did this top
I'm
part.
sorry. To approve as a first reading, P5145.12, search and seizure.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Can I have discussion?
So if you notice, this policy was first adopted in 1994 and was revised recently, April 25th, 2016, but it did come up as one to look at again. So the board committee did reread it and review it and made some very minor changes. So you see the green is the new language. So the policy applies to all uses of the building and grounds as well. So they wanted to make sure that was very comprehensive. And then the red line was taken out because we felt it was repetitive. And so, and they corrected, you know, that the property with reasonable care based on the Fourth Amendment of the Constitution of the United States. So they wanted to write that more properly. So it kind of came back to us to re-examine, and the committee did do that.
Okay. Any questions? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion to approve the first reading of policy P5145-12, search and seizure, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Motion has carried.
And
Rita.
while the Board of Ed does not have to vote on regulations, we have been reviewing those as well. So you see there were some minor changes so that we made sure that the regulations were in line with the policy. So those are also in the packet.
Thank you. Rita, would you be willing to read the motion for number 2?
Yes. To approval as a first reading, policy P6172, alternative education programs.
Can I have a second?
Second.
Discussion, please.
Denise Doolittle did come to our meeting so she could explain the law, and this is a brand-new policy, P6172, and it talks about the purpose of the policy, recognizing that there are needs for alternative education programs. We're doing more and more of that in-house. We used to send children out, and it would cost the district a lot of money. So we've been able to provide more in-districted programs. So through a PPT process, planning and placement team, where the parents and the teachers are sitting around trying to decide on the most appropriate, least restrictive environment for the children, the decision can be made to have an alternative program. Also, the superintendent has the ability to decide, especially when dealing with expelled students. So we have a variety of different programs in our district, and there is a process and an actual a placement process and that they go through. And then, of course, the PPT is the ultimate determiner.
Any other conversation?
I wonder if I could just ask for clarification.
Absolutely.
When the superintendent recommends that a child because of expulsion, that a PPT is not necessary?
No.
Okay. And he would not have, or she would not have any other jurisdiction for placing children in there without a PPT, correct?
Could you paraphrase that?
There's no other way that you can, outside of expulsion, there would have to be a PPT.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
There's no
Okay.
other way that a child will be placed in,
Okay.
except through PPT.
That was
other
my-
than expulsion.
Correct, okay. Thank you.
Any other questions? So hearing none, all in favor of the approval of the first reading of the policy 6172 alternative education program, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose, abstain, motion so carries. I have a huge apology to Leslie. I had these great notes to move your agenda item to the first, and I was wondering about what those notes were. Now I know.
Very interesting, it's okay.
So I am just going to move our item 4 to number 3 and make it me look a quarter better than what I do. So I am actually going to,
Why don't you?
Jane, if you could please read.
Well, Amy too, right?
Yes.
You're here, what the heck? Why don't you bring a chair up and sit at the table here?
Right here.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
even have to bring it down.
Okay.
Absolutely. You can be Jay.
Thank you.
Jay, would you be willing to read the motion for number 4?
Yep, to approve the proposed weighted GPA for the classes.
Nope, number 4,
Wrong one.
please.
Number 4, moving right along.
Yeah.
To approve the middle school arts, humanities, magnet courses.
Can I please have a second?
Second.
Discussion. Liz?
Well, I was hoping Susan could give a sort of an overview, which then leads to Leslie and Amy's work.
So because we have the themed aspects, and Cutler being the arts and humanities, and Westside being the STEM, that through the grant, there's the expectation that we have courses related to this, and not just the infusion of the arts, and not just the infusion of STEM, but to have really qualified courses. So what needs to happen is, it's really a change, and it works perfectly in our schedule, but we're going to have to write those courses. So we need permission really to be able to do the curriculum writing, and Leslie can give you some of the details. With the West Side, because it is going to be using Project Lead the Way, that curriculum is really written, so we'll be adopting that for their specific courses to the themed magnet.
So my understanding is these courses were proposed at the Curriculum and Instruction Council. Then they were recommended to the curriculum committee. The curriculum committee listened to them and recommended that Leslie come forward and make the proposal. Now this is not an approval of a curriculum yet. It is approval we are requesting for the writing of some magnet arts and humanities classes.
Right, and as Dr. Austin said, because of the requirement of the grant, we really have to create what's called discrete magnet classes. And what discrete means is that it's different than what Westside can offer, being STEM and our arts and humanities. So it can't just be our music and our art program and our band program. So we had to get creative. And Mr. Bass and I were looking at our schedule, and right now we have what's called C block. And in our C block, they are enrichment classes. So for us right now to start writing and offering courses during this C block, they really are enrichment classes, but they will count for what is called magnet dosage. So for the grant, right now we are in year 1. Year 1 ends the end of September. Right now the requirement is 3 hours per week per student. October 1st, it will be 6 hours per week per student, and what they expect by year 5 is 12 hours. So we have a lot of great integration going on right now. I think if any of you have the time to visit, it's pretty amazing what's going on in both our schools. And you know, we have a puppeteer in this week. We have somebody doing Chinese poetry with our students this week. In our world language class, they are writing poetry in French and creating art to go with it. They made masks last week for the African culture, African dance on Monday. I mean, it's really exciting, and teachers are working so hard to integrate the arts and humanities, but it really won't be enough. In order to really meet the magnet dosage, we have to come up with discrete classes. So what we'd like to offer in September, which we feel is really doable, is a theater class, a screenwriting class, and then 2 classes that would really go well with the new AV studio that's also in the process of being built. So one is called broadcasting, and the other one would be called multimedia design. So the students would be right in the AV studio using our new equipment as well. So when we get your yes tomorrow, I'm going to get my teachers on board, and we're going to start getting these classes ready. We will have a site visit in September. We had a site visit from the people with the grant in April, and their feedback, where are your discrete classes? And really, when we're in September, we'd like to see your discrete classes.
And the grant does take care, the MSAP grant does take care of all of this work.
Everything.
Everything.
Stipends for teachers, yeah, whatever we need.
And then, I don't know, Amy, if you want to just tell them a little bit about the Project Lead the Way so that we know that both magnet schools have their magnetizing components.
And so Project Lead the Way is going to be our discrete classes, so it's working similar. That was where we started. Our jumping off point was the Project Lead the Way program. So we are in the process. We will be implementing 5 courses, 5 45-day modules in September. We just got our STEM teacher hired. There's a very extensive training that she has to go through over the summer in order to be able to teach those courses. So she will teach science and technology, design and modeling, and automation and robotics. And then our computer science teacher will teach the 6th grade class. We could not find a compatible Project Lead the Way module for the 6th graders, so she's going to do a basic coding class on the 6th grade level, and then she's going to do computer science for innovators and creators, and then 8th graders will take app creators, where they actually make apps on Android devices. So it's really, really exciting. I actually had 3 pallets of supplies delivered to Westside today. So we've purchased everything that we need for the entire year with our MSAP grants, and now we're just starting the training so that all the courses can be implemented starting day 1. So for us, we had the opposite feedback of that Cutler did, because we had the discrete classes in place solid. That was our starting point. We had to be a little more creative getting the integration into our arts and our science and our world language. So that's kind of where our work is in the summer. Is I've contracted a group that's coming in specifically to work on inquiry and getting that into the non-core subjects, so that we can have integration through all of our subjects.
Yeah, a lot of great stuff happening.
Very exciting.
Wow. Gretchen? I'm hearing a lot of engineering and physics and that sort of stuff. Where's the biology and the earth science and the botany?
That's their regular. So we have our new science curriculum from Dr. Reichenberg that they've worked on. That's it being implemented through 6, 7, and 8. It's really an amazing curriculum because it really has those cross-cutting engineering already in it. It doesn't necessarily count towards our magnet as is, because it's the same curriculum as Cutler's. So our science teachers need to look at that curriculum and find ways to integrate it with our other core courses with the math. So we have an 8th grade team that is doing amazing work at working together to get the science and the math together so that it's integrated.
And we've done a lot of professional development with this Dr. Reckenberg, and they created phenomena and unit studies that work perfectly aligned with MYP. So I know 6th grade teachers were studying habitats in our environment and studying the lobster specifically.
Our 6th grade teachers are doing they're studying the decline of the lobster and how the human interactions impact our natural environments. And I think at Cutler they're doing the
Lyme disease.
Lyme disease. There's every bundle that they've written has 2 different phenomena.
Right.
So
could you define phenomenon? When I think it's something like bands of prey, it's
it kind of is like that. A phenomenon is this unique problem or something that you can look at with a scientific eye. A really good
an event.
It's it's really an event that you can look at as a challenge to either solve or improve upon.
Dan.
Did you have a question? No. Okay.
I just have a comment. When I went to the curriculum committee meeting a few weeks ago, I thought I had died and gone to heaven. It is so relevant, so exciting. It's changing the way kids are going to be learning, and they'll be invested in that learning now. And it's changing certainly the way you ladies and your colleagues are approaching teaching and learning. It's amazing. I never thought I'd live long enough to see this. And when
Here you are, a young chicken, and you get it.
Oh my gosh. And when I think back to when I was working elsewhere, and I understood that certain people in business were telling parents not to move there because nothing happened on this side of the river. I was horrified then, and now I'd love to go back somewhere and say, hey, you know what? You ought to visit Groton. It's just wonderful. And a lot of work, I understand that, and I see and respect the love that you have for what you're doing, and that makes all the difference in what's happening here.
I'm just going to add that when Leslie says we received a visit, the Federal Education Department, they really send people who go through, you see their heads nodding, they go through, these regulators go through line by line, and they don't mind telling us you're not meeting the requirements. So this is an important step forward for us.
So can I just ask a process question? So if you are going to, so the board will need to do final approval of the curriculum?
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll bring it back.
In August.
In August?
Because of the time frame, and this is coming to us later, you know, the normal process is that we go through Curriculum Instruction Council with colleagues, which we've done, and then bring it to the Board of Ed Curriculum Committee, and then bring it to this committee. So I think that once it's written, it'll probably be showcased if we have a meeting in August. We can kind of fill in the board's committee and then bring it to vote.
So that we can have the final approval. Awesome. Great.
Rita? I was just going to, have you thought about doing poetry? Since we have this wonderful connection with you, Eugene O'Neill, and we have students that are interested, is that part of it, or do you do that more in English class?
Oh, no, the poetry is part of the integration. Right now through the grant, we have 3 partners.
Okay.
Mystic Seaport Museum, Mystic Museum of Art, and it's called Arts for Learning Connecticut.
Okay.
Which is like a warehouse of artists, and I call and I say, a teacher's integrating poetry with Chinese culture, and I'm using that example because it's happening right now. Our world language teacher is using poetry with the Mystic Museum of Art to create 3D art with the poetry.
Great.
So yes to Eugene O'Neill Theater, and we already have some teachers in the past that have worked with them. So we have to be very careful with this grant that we implement programs that we have not done in the past, that are kind of new and exciting and discreet, but that's not to say we're not going to reach out to the Eugene O'Neill Theater and also work with them throughout the next 5 years. It's just right now those are our 3 main partners.
Are these considered pilot programs for next year to see what works, what doesn't work?
Definitely, definitely. Everything will be piloted. We really are in the implementation plan. So when we have our site visits, I think as long as they see us moving forward, offering classes, and like any good class, you stop, you reflect, what's going well, what's not going well. So definitely a pilot.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I have a comment.
Please.
Many, many years ago, we had an artist in residence program, and it was awful. It was, it really was. They brought in artists to the art teachers, and they said, in essence, we're going to show you how to do this all. And I was so afraid of that, and I asked Leslie about it, and she said, oh, no, that's not how it works. We bring in artists to the science class, we bring in poets to the science class, to history classes or whatever.
To the math
that's
class.
Fabulous,
Yeah.
just a fabulous concept.
Well, I was explaining to Erica Mosier today, what I saw was artists teaching the kids to do plaster sculptures of the human skeleton, which is sort of semi-interesting. But then the parts had to fit together, and the whole symmetry of human anatomy, that completely blew me away. that concept of art purposefully used in a science class to get the kids to make that connection, I thought it was spectacular.
Leonardo.
Well, it started with line drawings
Yeah,
initially,
right.
two-dimensional, and then it wound up three-dimensional. It was incredible.
Well, the artists also, when they come in to work with our students, they embed PD. So they also work with our teachers through professional development because we have to have sustainability. And if that grant in 5 or 6 years is not there, we'll still have teachers who have now the ability to continue to integrate from this professional development of working with the artists while we have this fabulous opportunity.
That's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Gretchen?
It really is.
Not so that we're not backseat driving, but so that when we vote in August on your new curriculum, do we have it ahead of time to read?
Yes, I hope.
Sure.
I'd like to have time to sit there and think about and imagine being the teacher in the classroom and how it would work. Because
Yeah.
that way, it's
When
easier.
you bring it, and you get ready for the curriculum committee, we'll send your drafts, and then we'll.
Yeah, it would be
bring
a lot
to the
easier
board.
than, trying to read it as we go.
Right.
You tell me when you need to have it, and we'll get them
Whenever you
in.
have
And
it,
Well, I think that that makes sense. When the curriculum committee gets it, we should also get it and allow the committee to do their sort of fine tuning around it, and then we would.
I got it.
All right.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got that.
I got this.
I
All
do want
right.
to play with it, though.
So if there's no more discussion, I'm going to ask for approval for the middle school arts and humanities magnet courses, and I believe what it is, well, we can't approve them, so
No,
we're
you're
just,
developing.
it is, the motion is to move forward on having them develop the curriculum for the middle school arts and humanity magnet course.
Yes.
To approve the development of.
Development.
I first.
Oh, okay, that's so all those in favor, please say aye. Oppose? Abstain? Motion has carried.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
All right, number 3 is to approve the proposed weighted GPA for the class of 2019 and 2020. Can I just have a motion to put it on the floor? Second?
Second.
Leah seconded. Second? Okay, the discussion that I have, for correction purposes, is to understand that the first thing where it says IB, AP, ECE, it needs to put DP because it's the diploma. That's what we talked about at the committee of the whole last time. So once again, this is the stuff that we talked about last committee of the whole. Any more discussion?
I won't be voting for this because I don't have enough information. I believe I had asked for some information from what the surrounding towns used in terms of their letter grade, like what theirs look like. I'm just a little confused by this, and there just seems to be such a discrepancy between like an AP and a college, the points, the weighting. And I just sort of wanted to know what other districts surrounding us were doing. So I can't support this at this stage because I thought we were going to get more information before voting. That's just me.
Every high school in this country that I'm familiar with does it this way.
No, we've always had weighted grades at Fitch. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying why are we changing? I couldn't quite understand why are we changing our numerical weighting. There was a reason that Mr. Arcarice, and too bad he wasn't here, he could have explained it again. We've always weighted our courses. This is a change, and this is what I don't quite understand why.
We weighted the courses because in the past, Fitch High School has included AP, UConn courses, and International Baccalaureate courses the same as honors courses. And
no, the AP was always rated higher than an honors course.
Dan, Is AP right now carry greater weight than an honors?
So when Mr. Arcarice called me into his office about a month ago now, currently the standard for sophomores, juniors, and seniors is IB, AP, ECE, and honors are all weighted. It changed for freshmen already, and he wanted to, and ECE, thank you, and he wanted to kind of make it an even playing field. So he raised the numbers for IB, AP, and ECE and kept honors number the same. So an honors student is still getting the same weight, just an AP and IB, ECE student is getting more of a weight, is getting a bump up of a weight.
But we set the DPIB.
Yeah, DPIB.
That's right, essentially what you just said. So we'll have 3 weights of grades: college, honors, and then...
And this is only temporary until next year's junior class and next year's senior class graduate, because the other class is already on the new system.
Right.
And did we vote on that new system?
It's in effect.
You
We
did,
did.
and it's
So
exactly
then-
numerically the same.
Would an IB, regular IB, not a diploma, would that fall in as an honors or a college class?
It depends. All the ninth grade classes will be MYP. So it would be MYP college or MYP honors. The MYP aspect of it is not a weighting.
I'm talking about an IB, a senior who's taking an IB class but not in the diploma program.
Yeah, if the student is taking a DP class, it counts as an advanced class, yes.
But if they're taking just an IB kind of à la carte,
yes,
that would be considered honors from my understanding.
That's
incorrect.
That's what my
No.
question is.
A DP class would be, any 11th or 12th grade DP class would be considered DP.
Right, but I'm saying if they're taking an IB course.
Just one course.
Just one.
You know, if they're taking even one course, that DP class would count as a DP.
Dan.
So I am currently doing an IB diploma course, and I am not a diploma candidate. So therefore, and I'm doing the same amount of work as a regular IB student who's in that class.
It's the course, not
yeah.
the kid.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's an example.
I have a whole stack of emails from parents who have strongly encouraged that this be initiated from current sophomores and juniors.
Lee?
To who, the parents, the kids, whatever, what they really seem to care about is what the colleges are looking at.
Right.
They know what the IB program is.
Right.
They know AP.
Right.
That's what they're looking for. And all this means in colleges is they know that certain colleges are bringing good students to their colleges,
Right.
high schools. This is exactly the playing field. It's exactly what Dan said.
It makes the playing field fair.
Yeah, because, you know, a kid who graduated from Stanford in Connecticut,
Yeah.
the colleges know what to expect from those students. We have to get the colleges to the point where they know what Groton means too.
Yes.
That's all it is. It all has to do with what it means to colleges. Or, you know, even, you know, but it's after high school.
Any other conversation? Hearing none, all those in favor of approving the weighted GPA for the classes of 2019 through 2020, please say aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Motion carries. So we're going on to information and proposals. Jane, do you have anything?
No, just, I was going to talk about what Leslie just talked about. I think that's just a major change in Groton schools. It's huge. And on a lighter note, I walked in the Knowing Memorial Day Parade yesterday for the first time, and I must say I followed the band, and they really were the highlight of the whole event.
Yeah.
They are so professional in their demeanor. They're such good musicians, and the crowds of people cheering for them as they went by was just really great.
That's
Awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Andrea?
I have a ton of things. I went to the elementary school theme meetings, and they were really rich conversations, and we have several, maybe, I think we have four different themes that are going to be sent to parents for, help me with the word, survey. Thank you very much. Then I went to see Senator Blumenthal. I went to the Curriculum Council. I've been to negotiations and RTM meetings and that Apex online learning presentation that we had at the high school. Then, in addition to that, I went to the State Military Child Council. And there are two interesting things that came up. The first is that, and I was not aware of this, that let's say we have a child that is moving from New Hampshire to Groton. And in New Hampshire, last week, they took the SBAC. This week, we're taking the SBAC. That child has to take that again. Yes, and no matter when it was taken, they have to take it again, even if it was yesterday. So that's a problem. And also, that happens.
It's a double problem, because which score do we count?
There you go. The second problem that has to do with similar things, and that is that if you took the SBAC, or the SAT, or the ACT, the ACT, you have to take that again. And the problem is that colleges don't like that when you keep taking it over and over and over again. So that's a problem for children.
So that's a compact thing that
Yes.
Laura Anastasia will.
She was there.
She was
Hopefully
there.
would take that. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No.
Bad enough to take it once.
Well, that was the whole point of the Common Core and the SBAC.
Yeah, was to have
That
that,
we
yeah.
No, but
could
it
have
makes-
the
it
identifying
makes no
numbers that you
sense.
could
It's
go
the
from
same
state to
test.
state.
Exactly.
Oh, well, maybe the kid will do better second time, we'll take that score.
The other thing that,
No, I'm just kidding.
the other thing that's a problem, that's a continuing problem, and that's chronic absenteeism. The compact says that 10 days shall be granted. The state laws often say that they shall be granted at the discretion of the local district. That's a big problem. So there's a problem with legalities there. And Mrs. Austin suggested that that be brought to the area superintendents
Yes.
for discussion. So that's that. And then the two other things, there are more than that. The two other things are, I got to see two of our Fitch High School's former students become ensigns at the Coast Guard Academy.
Oh,
That's
great.
Kokomo, Ensign Kokomo and Ensign McKenna. So that was fabulous.
Yes, I am.
So- And then, I'm hoping I got all of these things. The things that I wanted to talk about for a moment was the fabulous artwork that is at the new gallery. And without a doubt, it's a tribute to students and to teachers and to just the whole idea of art education. And then I wanted to make a special message. Cutie, I had nothing to do with this.
No nepotism here, it's all.
No, I had nothing to do with this. I hope you understand that. And
I
that
like
was,
the word gallery.
Yes.
We call it Room 19, but I have a feeling we might be calling it Ackerman Gallery.
Yeah, the gallery.
well, man, and I know he knows, and he's very, very pleased. So, and I'm hoping that I got everything in.
Gretchen, do you have anything for communications?
No, okay. Very missing my notes. They
Yes.
disappeared off the table.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, I do have one more thing.
One more thing.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, one more thing.
I'm very sorry. I have one more big thing, and that is that the Dr. Martin Luther King applications,
I just can't think of where that went. Excuse me.
the Dr. Martin Luther King applications for the scholarship are in your guidance office now. The art is in, the ad is in the paper, and the deadline is June 30th, and I'm encouraging everyone who is, who can apply, please do apply. Okay, thank you.
I went to the robotics here. And I would like to say that I had absolutely no idea what was going on.
It was a little confusing.
Truly, I was by myself and I was sitting there and I watched it happen. Next year, I would love to sit with somebody who could tell me what was going on.
I will loan you my niece and nephew next year.
Yeah.
They walked me through it.
I'll take one.
They walked me through. Excuse me.
It was wonderful. It was really fun. I was also, when Senator Blumenthal was there, he's really good. And by the way, I don't think he had a retinue with him. He just walked in by himself.
Right.
I
No
found
notes.
it-
He just spoke to the kids.
He was just terrific.
Yeah.
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 I saw him with no other people. About the art, the gallery, I had a question then, and I'm gonna ask now. Are any of those artworks available for sale?
Well, we'll have to
I
talk to
mean,
the
are they
artists.
students? Some of them are
Yeah.
students.
No, they're all students.
They're all students.
I want the pigeon. And I didn't know who to ask.
you know,
I want that.
They had an arts, what was that thing called the other day?
They had an art show
You know,
here
the
at
show here,
Fitch.
what was it called?
Did it
Art
have a
Tonight.
special name? Art Night?
The
Thank
Arts
you.
Cafe.
The Arts Cafe. And some of those actually had a price tag on them.
I actually bought one.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
Yes.
I
So-
just want the pigeon.
You know what, we'll talk.
find out.
Hopefully the artist won't see this, because then that will drive the price up. But we'll talk to them that night.
I would appreciate that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's great.
Yes.
Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
I also attended the robotics, and I had, yes, but I'd been there before, so I knew what was going on, yes. And I thought, it's just amazing to see the enthusiasm of all the teams.
Amazing.
It is, it's really wonderful. I went to the groundbreaking ceremony for the new Learning Academy that it will be in New London at the original Bethel Synagogue, and that was wonderful. So hopefully by next December 1st, we will have some of our students maybe there. And I really feel that their transportation will be coordinated with area towns, which is great. So that's about it. I'm looking forward to all the different awards. The senior awards especially is coming up. That's always a great night, and graduation.
So moving us on to advanced planning, just check, that we as things wind down, it looks like we continue to wind up. So just to know that, and then with other town bodies is the June 7th, the Permanent School Building Committee, June 21st are the other ones. And are there any other suggested agenda items?
No, I just wanted to let you know that on June 11th, I'll be in California with my daughter.
Yes,
So I won't-
that's nice. I would appreciate if we could also put the negotiation dates for June on this. I think it's just, I like to have everything on one little list like this, which would be great.
I'll get, yeah, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, and graduation should be on here, and
Yeah, you're right.
She's so excited.
Any other agenda items?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Wait, you have to-
Yeah.